everybody, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Tales of Maj'Eyal. At least I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I know it's commonly abbreviated as Tome, capital T, lowercase o, capital M-E, and that's what we're doing. This is a roguelike, one of the kind of like all-star roguelikes from what I understand. And it's one of the games that is in that kind of sphere like Dungeon Crawl, Stone Soup, and Adam, and Rogue, for that matter. And I haven't actually put any time into this game. I don't think. Maybe I have played this years ago, but I don't recall. So here I am, about to get into this and see what it's all about. So I recently picked it up on the Steam sale, and I've got a brand new account. It says character creation, and it looks like I haven't unlocked a lot of this stuff. So I am playing on PC through Steam. And, you know, Dungeon Crawl, you kind of just you begin with everything, but here it doesn't look like that's the case, and that's fine. You kind of unlock as you go, and maybe that's for the best. I can keep things simple anyway. Hey, Raven Clan, what is up, my friend? How you doing? Neo, good evening. How you doing? Good to see everybody. Well, since I'm new, I tend to go with the most basic thing I can. You're doing well, Raven Clan? Super excited for Tuesday? What's on Tuesday, my friend? The humans are one of the main races on Maj'Eyal, along with the halflings. For many thousands of years, they fought each other until events and great people unified all the human and halfling nations under one rule. Humans of these allied kingdoms have known peace for over a century now. Humans are split into two categories. The Hires and the rest. Hires have latent magic in their blood, which gives them higher attributes and senses along with a longer life. The rest of humanity is gifted with quick learning and mastery. They can do and become anything they desire. Oh, that's right, Raven. The new Genshin Impact patch. Of course. Yes, I'm pumped for that as well. You're doing good, just sensitive to noise still, Neo? That stinks. I hope it's nice and calm, at least, in terms of noise. I'm doing great, Neo. Thank you for asking. So, because I've never played this game or don't remember, I do think I have played this, but it was years and years ago. I don't know anything about the lore, so they're telling me that there's different kinds of humans. So we're going to have to learn about that as we go. And I could be an elf, a halfling, or a dwarf. So I think just to start out, we're going to go with difficulty normal. And in normal mode, it says provides the normal level of challenges. Stairs cannot be used for 2 turns after a kill. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Hey, Captain Duck. Good evening. This is a roguelike, Captain Duck. It's going to be kind of like, you know, Caves of Cud, Dungeon Crawl, Stone Soup, some of the other games I've played, Dungeonmans, on the channel, but I think they're bigger tiles than Dungeon Crawl, some more intricate graphics, so we'll have to see. So you can't use the stairs for 2 turns, which is a little bit different than what I'm used to. Hey, Schnecken, what is up, my friend? Good evening. I bet you're pumped as well, Schnecken, for Tuesday and patch 2.3 on Genshin Impact, as is Captain Duck. Let's see. So normal is fine, and these are like the default settings. Adventure mode provides you with limited extra lives. Use it if you want normal playing conditions, but do not feel ready for just 1 life. No, I'm fine with roguelike. provides the closer experience to classic roguelike games. You will only have one life. You are your character. Only one life unless ways to self-resurrect are found in-game. Yeah, we're going that way. I'm going to go roguelike. I know it's foolish. I know I'm going to die a whole bunch. But, hey, that's what I'm used to, and I'm fine with it. Hey, Bloody. Good evening, my friend. How you doing? So we're going to go with a human just because they're pretty basic, and I'm going to go with a warrior because it's the easiest of everything as I learned this game. Warriors train in all aspects of physical combat. They can be juggernauts of destruction wielding two-handed greatswords or massive ironclad protectors with gleaming shields. Okay, let's try a human. And I get to choose between Hire or Cornac, right? And they told me, that's right, Neo, risk it for the biscuit indeed. It makes for more amusing gameplay as I die and lose everything, but also, you know, the tension. You'll be able to cut it with a knife as I sweat over every move in knowing it's permadeath. So the Hires basically have been imbued with latent magic since the age of Allure. They usually do not breed with other humans, trying to keep their blood pure. They're elitists. Great. They possess the Wrath of the Highborn, which allows them to increase damage dealt and decrease damage taken once in a while. And they get a bonus to Strength, Dex, Magic, and Willpower. Nothing to Constitution or Cunning, but no minuses. 11 life per level and 0% experience penalty. Isn't it? I like that too, Neo. It's fun to just live on the edge. Oh, okay, Bloody. Well, excellent, my friend. I'm so glad you decided to jump into the stream and hang out with us as we play this new game. So I can also be Cornac, which are humans from the northern parts of the Allied Kingdoms. Humans are an inherently very adaptable race, and they gain a talent category point at birth, but others only gain one at levels 10, 20, and 34, and they gain a class and a generic talent point at birth in every 10 levels. But they get no stat modifiers. They get 10 life per level instead of 11 for the Hires, and 0% experience penalty. I'm going to go with Cornac because I don't really feel like being some kind of, like, highborn, you know, on my high horse, pure blood right now. So I'll do that. And then I can choose between Berserkers, Bulwarks, Archers, or Arcane Blades. And one of the warrior subclasses or classes or starting builds, whatever you call these, are called... They're locked. Hey, Snack, good evening, my friend. Maybe this is where all the mountain dwarves left? Oh, let's see. Oh, they just have regular dwarves. Maybe they do have mountain dwarves in somewhere deeper in here. I hope that's where the mountain dwarves have fled to into this game. Do you have any experience with Tome, Snack? Ciao, good evening. So I could be a berserker. Not at all? Okay, yeah, me neither. I know I have played this. Now that I look at the font and everything, I believe there was a period where I was trying this out through the web at some point, but just didn't get very far into it at all, and don't remember much of anything. So this is pretty much fresh to me. I could be a berserker, a bulwark, and I think I'm going to go with bulwark just because I love sword and board. I love being defensive. Yeah, Arcane Blade also sounds really interesting. I have a feeling, Neo, that I'm going to get to try a lot of different things because I'm going to die a bunch. You guys like Arcane Blade as well. Well, I'll definitely think about that for a future character, I swear. I'm going to try to specialize in weapon and shield combat so I can stay alive long enough to see some of the game, hopefully. But we'll see. A good bulwark is able to withstand terrible attacks from all sides, protected by her shield, and when the time comes, lash out at her foes with incredible strength. So they get +5 strength, 2 dexterity, 2 constitution, magic, willpower, cunning. So there's like 6 stats in this game which align pretty similarly to Dungeons and Dragons. The first 3 are the same, and then you're just swapping around like intelligence, wisdom, and charisma for magic, willpower, and cunning. So we're pretty much in there. No, Tiao. If I said that, I misspoke. I said that I'm taking a break from TMNT. I said I might post it at some point, if I get back into it. But right now, I'm taking a break from TMNT with no plans currently to return. I have played it a bunch and enjoyed it, but I'm trying other things right now. Bloody says, yeah, you like to go Sword and Shield as well? Yeah, I just like to... I make a lot of mistakes in games, so many mistakes, and so having a more defensive character allows me to sometimes compensate for my mistakes. Hey, Kaiten, good evening. How are you? You like this game? Awesome. I know, Snack. I like that too. I almost went psionic. It's like in D&D Second Edition where they added psionic as a class, like in a supplement later, but it is just regular fantasy stuff, and it's like Tolkien fantasy, and then boom, psionic. I bet there's a bunch more wild classes down here that are locked. All right, we're going to go Bulwark. We're going to go male. And this is what I look like. And I'm going to name myself Dr. Incompetent. And maybe we should play the tutorial. Basic gameplay recommended. Do it. All right. Welcome to Tales of Maj'Eyal. Yeah, isn't that nice, Snack? It if Dungeon Crawl is kind of swerving off of Tolkien, then this game can pick it back up to give you that classic fantasy vibe of the archetypes. This tutorial will present you with a short quest to familiarize yourself with the game. You are a human adventurer sent into the forest by the local village to dispose of the lone wolf. This tutorial character is more powerful than a normal starting character and has infinite lives. Oh, touche. Oh, awesome, Kaiten. You do both Tome and Dungeon Crawl. Okay, cool. A normal character has limited lives, and once you run out, you stay dead unless you found or accomplished things that allow you to resurrect. During this tutorial, you'll be guided by dialogue boxes such as this one, explaining how things work. Dialogue boxes can be dismissed by pressing Escape or clicking outside of their zone or on the title bar. I see. Cool. Hey. Leviathan, good evening, my friend. During this tutorial... oh, yeah. Now press Escape or click outside the box and to close it. Okay, great. Tutorial movement. So I'm looking at the screen here, and right away, obviously, a difference between, say, Dungeon Crawl and this game would be that it has some more developed graphics. It has a UI that's more involved. There's a mini-map in the upper right corner with some embellishment, and in the upper left corner I see my character. I have a name, a level, experience, health bar, money, things like that. And on the bottom looks like maybe a skill bar. There's some icons in the lower right for some shortcuts. And then when you look at the tiles that are shown kind of to the right of this dialogue box, they are much larger. I'd say they're like 3 to 4 times the size of a Dungeon Crawl tile. So they're pretty big. Like one Dungeon Crawl tile looks like it would take 9 tiles to fill one of these tiles. So not bad. And there's music, okay, and which is great, and sound effects, which I wish Crawl, but maybe. Anyway, movement is simple. You can use the keyboard, mouse, or both. Okay. Press the arrow keys to move, press shift and the arrow keys to run, press 5 to wait, and press Z to auto-explore. Fantastic. You could scroll the map by pressing Shift and click dragging with your mouse, or pressing L and using the movement keys. Okay, interesting. Now, you'll also see that there's some kind of like local chat or general chat in the bottom that's happening where people are talking and achievements are being posted. I might disappear from that. I'm not sure how much I want to see stuff like that, but it's fine for right now. Okay, so I'm moving around, and oh boy, there's a bunch of slimes over here, so it looks like, okay, this is really cool. So look at this. I just moused over this black jelly, and by mousing over it, there is a kind of tooltip window that pops up in the lower right that's telling me an amazing amount of information about this creature. It's immovable, it's a jelly, its rank is normal. Level is 1, 6 hit points, on and on and on. All kinds of crazy stats. There's some flavor text, a strange black blob on the dungeon floor, or the grass in this case. Okay. I know, Neo. You know what? Now that you mention that, Congregate is such a great site. I had there was about, 10, 15 years ago, I would play games on Congregate for free and just have a blast. I know, that's the secret, Bloody. You gotta have enough people to get that party together for D&D. Alright, I'm gonna... And it can be really hard to organize all the people. Alright, tutorial, melee combat. Melee attacks work like movement. Just move in your foe's direction or click it to attack it. If it's not hostile, you will talk to it or switch places with it. Oh, okay. So this is explaining how combat works. It uses 5 stats: accuracy, damage, defense, armor, and armor penetration. So in this game, accuracy is your chance to hit, damage is how much you do per blow, defense is about avoiding attacks, whereas armor is flat reduction to damage done, and then armor penetration lets you get through that reduction. You can view these stats and many others in the character sheet. Press C or right-click your character and choose Inspect Creature to open the character sheet. You have spotted some hostile jellies guarding an item. Attack them. I will. Alright, so if I right-click and say Inspect Creature, here's my character screen. In the upper right, there's a picture of me, which probably changes based on the gear I'm wearing, which is kind of cool. Oh, thank you, Bloody. I actually have been Dungeon Master in the past before, but usually I am a player. I have a couple of friends that I play D&D with who like to be Dungeon Masters much more, and so I let them shake their tail feathers. I know, isn't that funny, Snack? It's like they always just start out barefoot. At least we've got pants. So, let's see. If I look at my character here, I can go to my inventory, and I have a paper doll over here with, like, slots that I can equip stuff with. Here's my weapon. I have a long sword, a shield, some rough leather armor, and you can change, like, your different you can change weapon sets. So there's a lot of, like, more modern quality of life features to this game that they've added. Your inventory can be sorted into tabs, for example, which is really cool. I'm going to just click on the title bar to close this. My name is Seynada. Alright, so let's walk over and fight them. They're not moving. These slimes are not moving, so I'm just going to walk over. Talent Block is ready to use. Block says... So this is the only talent that I have. I know. They're hostile if you get close, but you know what the trick is, Snack, I guess. If you're a slime, you can't move very fast, so you gotta stay close to the thing that you're guarding in order to not let people, like, do an okey doke on you and just grab the item and run away. This is... Slimes know I'm slow, I gotta hold my ground. So this ability called Block says talent level 1, use mode activated. Raise your shield into a blocking position for 2 turns, reducing all non-mind damage by 20. If you block all of an attack's damage, the attacker will be vulnerable to a deadly counter-strike. Your next attack just does 200% damage for 1 turn. Counter-Strike can normally only affect 1 enemy per block. If any damage was successfully blocked, this effect will be removed at the start of your turn. If the shield has damage resistance to the block damage type, the block value is increased by 50%. That seems really good. So I'm just going to push 1, and I have block on, and it's still on me. And this is nice. So here's my character sprite, and you can see the shield icon like circling my character, and that indicates that I have this effect going on. And if I mouse over my character in the bottom right, it says temporary status effects blocking. So I know that it's on me, and it has a 6-turn cooldown going on here. That's already down, or it has an 8-turn cooldown that's already down to 6. Yep, we're gonna get this guy. All right, so he missed me, and I don't know. I don't think I'm getting double damage. Oh, but I just wrecked him. So I just hit that guy for 29 damage. I walked onto him and collected 0.70 gold pieces. Funny. And I walked over an object. Tutorial objects. During your adventures, you will find items. I hope so. Oh, that's right, Snack. So it's only up for 2 turns. So I used it too far away. Yeah, it just went away. That's what happened, Snack. I hope I can extend the duration longer than that, because I'm trying to think about the sequencing where you trigger block, and then hopefully, like, you know, it's one of those situations like using Berserk in Dungeon Crawl or whatever. You wait till they're 1 tile away, and most enemies will probably actually move towards you, and then you use it. That takes 1 turn, the enemy moves at you, and then you've got 2 turns left of your shield up while it's in melee range, in terms of trying to time it right and not waste an attack on the enemy. Each item has weight. How much you can carry depends on your strength. This is your maximum encumbrance. Well, I'm strong, so this should be fine. To pick up an item, press G or right-click on yourself and choose Pick Up Item while standing over it. To view your inventory, press I or right-click on yourself and choose Inventory. Your inventory is split into 2 panels. Your equipped items and your backpack. To select an item, use the movement keys and press Enter. Click it with the mouse or press the key next to its name. The item you found is an infusion. Infusions and runes allow you to bind a power to your body, gaining new abilities. Oh, wow, cool. You're right, you're one of the cold dungeon masters? That's hilarious, Bloody. There are some dungeon masters that are really tough on the players. Don't mind the full party wipe at all. Infusions come from the powers of nature, while runes use magic and have unlimited uses once inscribed. This infusion inscribes you with the power to regenerate your life at will. Nice! You can only have a finite number of inscriptions, but they can easily be replaced. Now move on to the west. That's kind of cool. So, oh, look at that, Bloody. Neo is saying he's down to play a difficult campaign. So, this game looks like you can kind of load out your character with just different inscription abilities across different classes. So, there might be a lot more variety. Kind of maybe like the gods you choose in Dungeon Crawl give you different powers. These inscriptions, you can fill in gaps on your character, shore up weaknesses, try to get combos going, and just have more utility. That's kind of interesting. All right. So I'm going to go into my inventory screen. I have a brass lantern that gives a light radius of 3. Okay, interesting. Just like Caves of Cud then, light radius is an issue. Not so much in Dungeon Crawl. Alright, let me go to my infusions and runes. Oh, it's not there. Did I already use it? Oh, no, I didn't push G to pick it up. Okay, pick it up. No, I picked it up, but it's hitting. The bad guy hit me. That's so rude. He hit me for 4 lightning damage, but we just wrecked it. Alright, let's go into my inventory, and there's this ability we get. Regeneration Infusion of the Wizard. It heals 128 with a 17-turn cooldown. And I definitely want to use this. It can be used to inscribe your skin with the infusion. Oh, that's hilarious. It kind of reminds me of like the Deathgate cycle where you're putting the runes on your body, you know, tracing the runes to use your magic if you're a patron or whatever. Okay, let's do this then. I want to use it. You are now inscribed with Infusion Regeneration. Cool, so down here on the bottom of my bar, I've got a new ability, and just as a heads up, if you are playing this game, when you inscribe yourself with a magical tattoo inscription, it does not start ready to use. It actually has to go through its full cooldown before you can use it. So there's some time spent doing this. I'm just going to wait by pushing the 5 key until my talent is ready. I'm going to push Z to kind of like auto-move. Holy smokes, I auto-move quickly. And, yep, it stopped as soon as I saw a hostile creature. I'm going to walk over to this red slime. And in the tutorial here, the enemies do not move, so that's good. So I'm going to move in range, and I am going to hit it and kill it. And I'm going to try my block ability. Yep, okay, so here we go. I blocked it, and it looks like there's some kind of special icon above me, which I'm assuming means I get to do my double damage here. Yeah, I just hit it for 78 physical damage. The music is from the game itself, so I don't know if this is just some, like, copyright-free music that's embedded into the game, or if the game has its own soundtrack. Uh-oh. Wow, that would be amazing if you guys formed up a D&D campaign. You could ask other people in the Discord if they want to play. Tutorial talents. You now possess the shield pummel and shield wall talents. Okay, so they just gave me some new talents to use and experiment with in the tutorial here. Talents show up on the lower left part of the screen with their assigned hotkey. You can right-click on the talent to remove it from the list, or you can add talents by pressing M to get the talents list and then pressing a hotkey. Hotkeys by default are the 1 to 0 keys and can be also assigned to items. You can use a talent by pressing its hotkey, selecting it from the list, clicking on it in the lower right corner, or right-clicking on the map. Talents come in 3 types: active, sustained, and passive. Okay. And some talents require a target. When you use them, the interface will change to let you select a target. You can use the keyboard or the mouse to do that. Now go forward and try using your talents. Shield Pummel says this talent will attack the target trying to stun it, rendering much slower and less able to harm you for a few turns. Shield Wall, this talent will increase your defense and armor but reduce your damage. Okay. And Block says it's given by your shield, letting you block the next blow, and I already had that, so that's fine. Okay.